Hello and welcome to my channel. As I'm sure you're all aware, the brand new Digimon TCG is less than a week away. I'm just as excited as anyone else, if not more so, to finally be able to play a Digimon card game. I've been a part of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and a little bit of Magic throughout the years. But I gotta say, there's something about the Digimon card game that absolutely captured me. Maybe it's just because it's a brand new card game at its basics for now, and it might grow into something that's unplayable in the future. But just in general, I'm super excited, not because I've loved Digimon ever since I was a kid, but because of the fact that it's something new to do. All the other games have seemed to gotten stale, and this one has brought a myriad of new mechanics to it that I can't get enough of. For this video, however, I'm just going to show off what I won in a sweepstakes that was held by Bandai US on their website. Basically, you got 4 perforated sheets of half decks. There's nothing really special about it. You can play these decks on their app that helps teach you how to play the actual card game. And they're just papers and some rules. You can make proxies by taking them out. I'm just going to leave them as sheets for now, folded up and nice. As for these, it's got some very nice art promo cards in them, and I'm going to open one for the channel right now. I plan to make a master collection of the Digimon card game, and I'm super glad that I managed to win the sweepstakes to help get a nice foothold on the card collecting. Ooh, these are a lot tougher than Yu-Gi-Oh! Card packs. I am sorry. It's taken me quite a minute to get that open. Oh my word. I'm also trying to be very careful with it as to not ruin, bend any of the cards. This is really going to be entertaining when I try and open my 6 boxes of the first set. We've got an Augumon, 5 cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve from a Digitama, 3000 DP, level 3, and on play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. It's not that great of a card. It's just, you're only ever going to hit, realistically, other level 3 Digimon with it. And so to pay 5 memory in order to do so, it's just not worth it. Not unless you're being able to remove more with it. But I really want to get into the art of this. I absolutely cannot get enough of how they just put the actual card into his hand, and they put a myriad of other popular rookies that are definitely going to see a lot of play in future decks going forward. Then we got a Bioman, 3 cost to play, 2000 DP, 0 to evolve. Your turn, when this Digimon deletes one of your opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, trigger, draw one card. Draw one card from your deck, and that's an inheritable skill. So it's only, the effect of it only applies to Digimon that have used this as a material to digivolve. So if it's underneath another Digimon, that Digimon has this effect, but Bioman does not. Then we got a Gabumon, 4 cost, 0 to evolve, 3000 DP. On play, trash the bottom Digivolution card of your opponent's Digimon. Now, I've noticed with the blue structure deck is they try to have this sort of ability to remove things that are such as inheritable skills thus weakening the effects or the power of the opponent's Digimon that way. The problem is, though, there's not a real great way in the first set to effectively do this and have it hurt them all that much because there's not a lot of great inheritable skills that are necessary for winning. In the second set, V1.5, there's a deck called Regna Lodmon, which this would be really good against because it's basically just built on inheritable skills. Then we got a Goman, 3 costs to play normally, 0 to evolve, 1000 DP, and another inheritable skill. Your turn, once per turn, when you trash a Digivolution card of one of your opponents, gain 1 memory. Any effect that allows you to gain a memory in this game is extremely good because memory is what allows you to play the game. That being said, how often you're able to actually resolve that effect depends on how good it is also. If you're not able to use other cards' effects such as paying 4 to play this Gabumon to ditch to remove one of your opponent's Digivolution cards, it's really hard to justify doing something like that. But there's more cards, especially in the blue structure deck coming out, that will suffice this strategy even easier. Then we got a Padman, 4 cost to play normally, 0 to evolve, 2000 DP. And on play, if you have 1 or fewer security cards, trigger recovery +1. Place the top card of your deck on top of your security stack. Now, that's a really, really good effect, except for the fact that you have to have 1 or fewer. A lot of the recovery effects that come from yellow and other cards, they rely on you having 3 or less security, but the fact that you have to have 1 or less means that it's not going to make much of a difference unless you're able to also remove threats from your opponent's board. If they already have a 3 Digimon on board, doesn't matter what they are, and you're relying on this to try and save you, it's not going to happen. But it's still, love these artworks though. And lastly, we've got a Gatomon, our first level 4. 4 costs to play normally, 2 costs to evolve, 4000 DP, and an inheritable skill. Your turn, when you have 3 or more security cards, this Digimon gains 1000 DP. Effects that gain DP, Digimon power, are kind of the backbone of the very first set. What makes Red so good during the first set is that you have a myriad of effects that allow you to gain DP and thus overpower your opponent's Digimon. So if they go for a big swing, take down 3 or 4 of your security, and you have a board of Digimon that normally would be the same Digipower, if they have the inheritable effects of, say, a red Augumon that's coming out in the first set, they will be able to just overpower and clear your opponent's board. Then they'll need to take a turn to re-establish themselves, and then you get to do your own swing. But anyway, notice that the rookies, the 5 rookies that I have, even though Gatomon also has inheritable, rookies will generally only have on-play or inheritable effects because you can only digivolve them in the raising area, breeding area. But since you can't have digivolve effects trigger in that area, it'd be worthless. But that's more in-depth stuff to go into about the card game later. I'll be making more videos, especially now since the card game's actually coming out, and I just have to say again, I'm super, super excited to finally be able to play the Digimon card game. And this is just one of my favorite cards from the past. I Just thought it was super cool, especially when I found out that this card existed, that they made this sort of an artwork for him. And I would honestly love to see them do something like that again in the future. So, thanks again for coming to see my very first video, and I hope that we can all have fun and help this game grow to be competitive with the top three: Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and Magic the Gathering. That order doesn't really matter. So, bye-bye.